However, we know true negativity and destruction stem not from others, but from within oneself. This is Havisham's warning and reference for our society today, especially for our youth. What is a real ambitious future? At this time, Pip was disheartened, and who helped him through this difficult time? It was his brother-in-law, Joe. Joe came, and by then his sister had already passed away. Joe understood the superficiality and heartlessness of high society. He had long prepared to bring Pip back once he felt disillusioned like this. Later, Pip faced heavy debts due to living extravagantly. Joe used his hard-earned savings to help him repay the debts, clearing Pip's name, and then he returned to his hometown. So the envisioned ambitious future was gone because the wealth was gone. The best ambitious future, the real ambitious future, is never built on money. So there is still hope for Pip's future. He returned to his original roots, back to his original aspirations. His own physical and mental injuries is ultimately healed by the warmth of the land and by such a simple brother-in-law. In the end, he truly returned to the womb of his life. Many of us walk on the path of an ambitious future all our lives, but not as tumultuously and tortuously as Dickens wrote. So there are fewer opportunities for introspection. Many people live their whole lives in the unrealized future, thinking that's what we should pursue. Dickens' cleverness lies in using a large sum of money to achieve the protagonist's future in one step. But what happens after achieving it? Is that an ambitious future about revelry, luxury, or emptiness? A person's life is not about living for a status, but enriching their own inner world, cherishing and loving the world. To achieve this, it takes refinement and many hardships to gain clarity of vision. For Pip, wealth once brought him revelry, but later brought him great disillusionment. This process was also precious because it helps him dispel false happiness so that he could return to his land and truly establish a simple life. So in Dickens' view, what is a great expectations? The ending is the great expectations. The land is the great expectations, and that deep affection is the great expectations, like Joe's steadfastness and composure. It's because of a firm inner core that Joe could give Pip the strongest support in his most difficult times and then open up life together again. After Pip returned, whom did he see? He saw Biddy, the village girl. In the novel, she was a supporting role, like a blade of grass growing from the land. Before, Pip had overlooked her, but now he suddenly realized how precious she was, warming his inner self. However, soon after, Pip discovered the deep emotional bond between Biddy and Joe in their lives, and they eventually got married. Later, Pip left England and became a shareholder in his friend's company. Years later, Pip returned to England and once again encountered Estella at the estate of Havisham. This part of the novel's ending is particularly intriguing. When Estella and Pip met again, she took the initiative to inquire about Pip's life abroad. She asked, "Pip, are you still living abroad?" Pip replied, "Yes, still abroad." She then asked, "You must be doing well?" Pip responded, "I've worked hard just to get by," and then added, "Yes, I'm doing all right." In this back-and-forth conversation, you can see Pip carefully guarding Estella's feelings. Estella quickly sensed Pip's warmth, so she swiftly followed up by saying, "I often think of you." This remark instantly changed the dynamic, plunging them into a conversation charged with emotions. Estella continued, "Lately, I've especially missed you. Back then, I didn't appreciate what was truly priceless, and though it was a treasure, I let it go too easily. So these memories are cherished in my heart." This dialogue is profound because it reflects not only Estella's personal thoughts, but also the evolving spirit of women in British society during a transitional period. Everyone undergoes a process of growth, from immaturity and simplicity to broader horizons and personal choices. In the end, Estella stood up from her chair, and Pip reached out to support her. Then Estella said, "Let us part as friends. Even though we part, our friendship remains unchanged." Her words carry a profound sense of worldly wisdom, surpassing the typical psychological depths found in novels. Life isn't just about love or not love, or hate or not hate. It's broader than that. Life offers vast domains and expansive spaces. In Dickens' novel, Estella's transformation is exceptionally well written. Dickens, for the first time in his novel's conclusion, presents an open-ended space for interpretation, which is truly worth pondering. That concludes our discussion of Great Expectations today. If you found this enlightening or beneficial, feel free to click the share button in the upper right corner to share this book with your family and friends. See you next time.